question with the gangster.
I'm the one the gangsters come to chill with.
If anything, don't be loud.
Yeah, on YouTube. But yeah, I was saying about my son, man. It was beautiful because like every time for the past, I want to say 6 years, right, since I've been on this journey. Every time I make space, like level up, my son, my baby moms, people from the past, they just pop up. And they pop up, not just like saying nothing, they pop up with opportunities for me, right? But they're not always opportunities that I want or need, but they're like, it's just an exchange. But my son, he hit me up this time and was like, yo, everything you were saying, you always start off with that. Everything you were saying, Dad, like, it's true. And the 369, and it's like the Masons, he's like, but you know what? I am a lot like you. Like, man, you came out my nutsack. But I get it, man. Because he's on his spiritual shit as well. He's great at networking and great at, like, putting together the underground hip-hop scene. Like, he's a producer, engineer, and he went viral on TikTok a couple times for dances in Fortnite. Shout out to Dreams, a.k.a. Drizzy, b.k.a. Christian.
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Check him out.
Yeah, I'll tag you in it. Yeah, man. Like when I say I was proud of you, right? It's just like I'm impressed. Like you took it and just kept, especially after you dropped Mirror Mirror. This Mirror was like a portal. You stepped into that shit.
It was for real. I'm weird. That was like a turning point. Before that, I was just in the house making beats here, writing songs here, and now it's just what I do all the time.
All the time. It's super manifested.
Appreciate that, though.
Yeah, no doubt, man. That's the thing about being Quincy. Like Quincy sees stuff before it happens. It's like just the potentials of it. Like I said, what we got to talk about, and the G2S, Greek to Sovereignty. Like I studied a lot of greats, bro. And everything from Aretha Franklin to fucking Ray Charles to Malcolm Martin, Nina, Sam Cooke. Like I studied their life, like through videos, movies. And all of these motherfuckers never handled their grief. Like they all spiral out after they get the money and the fame because of some daddy issue shit. Like Aretha Franklin got pregnant at 12.
I didn't even know that.
Bruh.
I didn't even know that, bro. There's a lot about Aretha I don't know.
Bruh, her dad was like, her dad was a pimpin' ass pastor in Georgia, bro. And he took her on a church tour. They only did church on Sunday, but Saturday was for the sinners.
Yeah. 12.
12.
Let me see what I get the other camera set up to real quick.
God.
These I know.
Yo, and we got 16 people in the live. Okay. You talking Yayo Yasin Wagwan. I'm shadow banned on every on Facebook and Instagram. Nah, man, I've been shadow banned since like 2018, nigga, before the pandemic. But YouTube, they since I crossed 1,000 subscribers, they put me in a different bracket.
So they don't do the shadow ban show on YouTube.
I mean they do it once you like. I don't think I posted enough on YouTube. Yeah. Already 27. Yeah, man. But I never really went live on YouTube talking about, unless it was connected to StreamYard, streaming service. That
you say you never went live on YouTube?
Not talking about until 2023. I used to just post a bunch of videos. Yo, got action in the live, man. Yo, it's an equinox on the fucking between the 21st and the 22nd, and then it's a full moon on the 22nd. And this month, this was the second Friday, the 13th.
Word. Crazy motherfucker.
Yo, welcome to. I'm gonna show you. Waiting, alright. I'm gonna show y'all where we at QCTV. Yeah, man. Shout out to QCTV. Shout out to Truth. Shout out to that alien right there in the booth. You're the alien. Battle of the lungs over there. Yo, and the first person that said something was called Alien Plays 3000. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Like, yo, I've been preparing for the time where we go famous, right? Like niggas, and it's like fame don't matter. Like having people that know me that I don't know is not something that I seek. But like getting to a place where we're having enough impact just by being and doing and walking. So it's like, thank you, Kai Sinai. And what's the young homie, the young video gamer that every kid watch? I don't know. Huh?
Speed?
Nah, not Speed. He's a streamer, but he plays a lot of different video games. Black dude with a fro. Can't remember his name, but a lot of little kids watching, bro. Corey. Yeah, Corey. Yeah, see, you know. But shout out to Corey, bro. He's a pro at streaming, bro. Like, and I'm a gamer since the 80s gamer. And so, like, watching his videos, like, they take me back to my yeah, hell yeah, bro. And he's so animated. He said, clap for $1, my nigga. Like, hey, we holla. 100 pennies. Holla for $1. Nah, man, but thank you for this opportunity, bro. Like, this shit is like, but this is what I was saying. Like, I've been preparing for this. Like, and that's what I was talking about Miss B. Like, my first time podcasting was like over like 10 years ago, and I just showed up at I think it was a networking event or something, and then, like, I told my story, and this lady, she owned a podcast station, like a faith-based podcast. And it was like me and my brother. Shout out to Manny. And Manny is he's 4 years younger than me, but everybody thinks he's the older brother.
That's right, me and my brother.
They think you the older brother? Yeah, man. Y'all, the later y'all came with this calmness. But she saw us speaking and was like, yo, y'all ever think about podcasting? No? Now that you said it, though, yeah. Had our own first podcast. That's what, because everybody got a podcast inside of them, bro.
Yeah, sure. It's just conversation for us.
Yeah.
Everybody got a conversation.
Big facts.
Everybody got one.
Do you ever cut your weed with any other herbs?
Before, yeah. I used to mix it like lavender, mugwort.
You ever try chamomile?
Yeah, there's some chamomile in the back right now.
Yeah. What about rose petals?
Yeah, I try rose too.
Alright. I got some rose petals.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, put them out.
I got some rose petals and I got some chamomile.
Alright, before we get into anything, tell me who Mac is.
Hey, what up? So we starting now? Ready?
Start.
Action.
Start straight like that.
Yeah, so Matt, what up? Mitaku Yeo Yasin Wagwan. That's Lakota language for we are all relations. And it don't matter if it's still wet, if it's still in the smoke. We are all relations in Lakota language. Mac is about to go get the chamomile though.
Like, oh, you got some of your own.
Yeah.
Oh, I was about to say the potato over there.
I got the chamomile on deck. And like I like wisdom, right? I like weed. I'm a pothead. I'm a pimp. I'm a pastor. I'm a politician. I'm a parent. I'm a pirate. I like pushing peace. Proper evaluation allows controllable emotions. But I'm a wounded warrior that's still on the front line. Survivor of satanic ritual assault or sexual assault at an early age. Born into magic. People be like, when I tell them I was born into magic, they be like, light magic or dark magic. Like how you said the lady did when you threw up the love sign and she thought you was a gang. Every time I say I was born into magic, everybody always go to like either or. I was born into all magic. Like magic is magic with a K, my G. So I got a dope shaman grandma, had a witch doctor grandpa. Shout out to Grandma Dolores, who's still alive, who celebrates her birthday tomorrow with us. I'm 42,000 years young, the leader of the Mashika Nation. My grandpa is Nigerian Shinnecock. So like I'm bringing back the Aboriginal narrative. Like I'm the spiritual Quincy Jones for sure. Like I curate and I attract, well I vibrate out, right? Like I vibrate out and then I attract people like Jester or Craig, or fucking, was it Nerd Boy Just, or KJ, or AX. I attract, my network is my network. I know I said a lot in Who Am I, but that's just a small portion of Who Am I, bro.
That's about anything that's about all the questions. You answer all the questions. Who you are.
Word
up and quick.
So who you though? Like,
I'm Jester. Originally, well, my given name is Spawn, but Jester is what my spiritual name is. Canaan. It's Canaan. I make music. I'm an artist. Who else am I? That's about it.
Yeah, he's a pure soul, bro.
Oh, who you see?
Yeah, pure soul. And what I mean by pure soul is just authentically themselves. You didn't ask me if it was like light magic or dark magic.
Yeah.
So it's like you had your own shadows and your own things, and you've made peace with the shadows.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. When we grow it, the lotus flower grows out of the mud and the darkness.
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting him to question.
No, you didn't introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Hey, but that's why I gave you the heads up in the behind the scenes, like, bro, like, I podcast too, bro, so it's like, yeah, you gonna interview me, but like, I'm gonna ask you a question, like, and that builds synergy.
Yeah, that was clean, for sure. Next question is, growing up with the people you saw around, You're always the spiritually charged?
No. Yes, it is. Even though I grew up in magic, right? So the thing about growing up in magic is that a lot of shit has to happen to you. Like there's either sickness or, like I said, there's a sexual assault, physical assault, because it's like the magic comes out like in those times of need, or their ancestors, Orisha comes out. And like I'm a shaman, right? So I'm an urban shaman. And the shaman got to go through some things, right? So like my spirit was replaced with sex. I enjoyed sex, chasing tail, getting the ladies like from the jump, bro. And that's also part of being sexually assaulted or having satanic rituals done. It opens you up and it hypersexualizes you. So like, that's where like my younger days, that's why Remo comes into play. Like I got many names, but my names like all talk about parts of my life. So I was always a ladies' man, and I didn't realize how sacred sex was until my 5 children in. Yeah, 5 children in, I realized how sacred sex was.
Like maybe I'm wilding.
No, I definitely wilding. No, I was definitely wilding.
So that's like about when you became like spiritually charged about like the 5th child.
So right after my 5th child, I became spiritually aware, right? And I had already been like, I had walked away from corporate America because I've been working since I was 14, right? After chasing tail, getting the bag. Because the bag helps you get the tail. I'm not saying you spend money on the tail. That bag helps you look amazing. It helps you get from point A to point B. That's the thing about pimps. Pimps don't spend money on women. The women, we spend other things on them. But like around that time, having my 5th child, shout out to London. I was with a super Christian So I had been in my super Christ mode, like studying the Bible and shit, getting back, like stop smoking weed, like, but like, bruh, like I walked away. Listen, like this is when I first started podcasting. Y'all was super clean, bro. Like when people be like, yeah, man, I can't see you in a suit or none of that. I was like, I know, man, but I used to put the hoodie under. But then once I started to wake up and realize that it was more than just Christianity, Islam, that there was like spiritual deities, there was aliens, there was higher consciousness. I had a nervous breakthrough, where I almost had like with great power comes great responsibility, and in this nervous breakthrough, I had my sixth child. Mom was pregnant, but we wasn't together, and I had a dream that she was texting another nigga while she was laying right next to me, and I snapped, and like I killed her and my child, and then my mom came in the room and stabbed me, and this was a dream, bro, and I don't remember a lot of my dreams, but like when I do remember them shits is like message. Within 72 hours of that dream, the incident broke out. But because of that dream, I was able to kind of calm myself and remind myself, like, breathe, chill, all the shit that I was doing. Like, and then, like, my mom still, like, got the knife. Because my mom, she would play me against my dad or my stepdad or me against my brother. And she was trying to do that shit again. And instead of her stabbing me for killing my child's mom, she was going to stab me because I was taking up for my dad or some shit. So I wound up calling the cops, and then my mom called the cops, and then I neutralized them. And then the next day, I think I had a speaking engagement. Right after that speaking engagement, I checked myself into a mental institution. And those 3 days in that mental institution, like unplugging from everything, really allowed me to focus on breath work, meditation. I went in there with a New Testament, so I got to read the Word and like watch it unfold on everybody. Like everybody had mental health issues. So like that's when my spiritual like moment really happened, when I had like a mental health break. It wasn't when I was manifesting shit. Like, cause I still was like fucking and ducking, bro. I still was slinging. I always say I was the devil's henchman. For like the first 33 years of my life, I was his henchman. That was like, yo, you need something done? I'm like, I got you, son. I ain't gotta sell my soul, nigga. You can have that shit, what? And then like having that moment between the series of events of almost getting murdered, killing, I really had to slow down. But I was taking in too much shit, so I started speaking more about mental health, and like that was the journey. I hope I answered that question in some way.
But you ain't say no age. That's good. That's good though.
Yeah.
It's like about the same for me. Like once I was going through something mentally, that's what caused me to like. It was the death of my brother. That's what caused me to really like tap into my spiritual side. It seemed like it's something. It's a trauma that triggered it or something. Maybe some people just naturally come to it, but yeah, like from something that caused it.
That's what we're talking about, like being born in magic or learning how to utilize magic. Because once you realize that no one really transitions, you getting back to your square allows you to still see your brother and other people, places, and things. And that's one of the things that I do well. Like, I walk around with the spirits of my ancestors. And if people don't know who their ancestors are, then whoever their ancestors are is who they see when I'm engaging with them. Like, I tell people most of the time, you don't really get to know me unless we do interviews and shit. If you're around me for like the first 3 years, because most of the time people see what they want to see. Yeah, actually,
some people see stuff that's not there.
It's there in their head. I can't tell them it's not in their head, but it's there in their head.
Yeah.
Yo, great job starting off with the spiritual question first, because like,
I'm getting one that I feel like is needed to answer, like needed for people to understand.
Nah, cause there's a lot of spiritual fuck boys and girls that's out here right now because it's trending, bro. And this was like, I told you it was like, this was like 2011, 2012, right? And then 2016 is when I had my mental health breakthrough. But between 2012 11 in 2016, yo, I found me a dope ass sugar mama, project manager, AKA. She wasn't really a sugar mama. She's 4 years older than me, but like she was making $112,000 by herself. We came together, bumped that up to like 130,000. Like, bro, I was a stay-at-home dad, and that's what I told you too. Like, I got to have my 5th child, and I got to be around that child, and I got to be around it, bringing in over $60,000 a month, and it was like, that was like a level up. Manifested the fuck out of that opportunity. You see what else is like?
What's your earliest memory of knowing like something wrong with the world? Something wrong with this shit. Like something wrong.
Alright, so like, I never really thought that like Earth is bad, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like when I was going through my spiritual journey, like when you poor in the hood and your mom makes sure you good, but you don't know you poor, when you go in the store with food stamps, like if your elders allow you to like not feel that shit, and I feel like growing up in Magic, I got to see all of what this world has to offer. Like, so like how some people only see the doom and gloom. Like, I know, like, I could be a part of doom and gloom and have a fucking ball. And then outside of the doom and gloom is like the rainbow. But once I started, like, in 2016, right? That's when Trump was first running for president, right? That's when I first realized that it was going to be a 3D world where shit is always going to happen, war, poverty, famine, and all that shit. And then it was going to be a 5D world. And then the 4D was going to be the bridge. And what I mean by 4D and 5D is the dimensions, the level of awareness. And that world is always going to be fucked. It's getting extra fucked. Like, and they don't have a connection to this world anymore.
With the 3D world?
Yeah, the 3D world. So in 2016, I was like, yo, but I know how to take the 4D bridge back to the 3D. I call it the marketplace. We pop up in the, like popping up here, it's popping up in the 3D. This is a good place of work, business, capital that gets exchanged. That's why I was telling you about the aliens. The aliens don't have currencies, bro. But a lot of the fucked up shit that's happening here is because a lot of a small amount of people got a large amount of the assets and resources, and they want to make everybody else slave. You slave to the job, you slave to the check. So that was 2016. Short answer. 2016. That's a 9-year, bro. When you add them shits up, 9 is birth, reborn.
Definitely ego.
Mm-hmm.
The death of the ego. We talk about the death of the ego and reorigination of consciousness. Somebody who never heard that language, what that mean? Simple English.
I got a big ego, a very big ego. Like, so, ego is edging God out, right? So that's when you're in your physical spaceship and you doing cocky shit, bro. Like, ego is there to protect and like let you just make sure niggas don't run over you. Like, ego speaks up, right? And then re-originating it is like merging it with our ancestral roots. Because re-origination is re-original. Go back to the original of it all, right? So, yeah. I didn't actually know. But like your question was good. I couldn't smoke. Like I was going to steam that shit. But like, in doing that, I found out knowledge of self. And when you found out knowledge of self, you realize the ego is like, it's there to protect, but it's based off of whatever grief or childhood traumas you have. So like, as long as you know you're good and you protect it. I know how to work with my ego now versus just allowing my ego to like to take up space.
Tech?
Yeah.
I never thought about like that.
It's like a layer, a shell. It's like overshell.
Like when you code switch, for example.
Mm-hmm. Code switching is a dope thing if you know how to do it with intention. That's the biggest thing of magic. Imagination and intention. Like
Imagination, intention.
when I say imagination, what comes to mind?
Like whatever you think you can do, and your intention behind it.
On some XXX shit, yo,
If
you gotta
believe in
treat.
your concept, if you believe you can do something, then your intention,
You imagine this.
yeah, sure.
You saw this in your head first.
Most of the time.
This table was imagined before it was built. And whoever was building it was like, yo, I got the intent to get some bread off this shit.
Word.
So yeah, man, and all that, like you need to have something to speak up for your consciousness, and I feel like that's the ego, like our five senses, or how we respond and react. Shout out to Ken too for teaching me the word reorigination.
What did you lose? What did you earn becoming who you are today?
Nigga, what? To what? I lost it all, bro. Job story several times, bro, several times. That's the thing. This is where the initiate becomes like a teacher. When you could lose laptops, North Faces, when you could lose phones, when you could like lose family. Like grief is not something that only happens when somebody dies, right? That's what they think. Grief only happens when somebody dies. None, nigga, like you could get a restraining order put on you. You can't be around your children. Like child support could tell you can't have access to your children because you don't pay child support. So it's like really unplugging from the matrix. I don't pay taxes. I don't pay child support. Like I don't pay bills. Somebody pay bills though. Like somebody that like to do that. Accountants like to do that.
You like to pay bills?
Yeah, that's their thing. Their whole thing is moving money around, bro. I attract accountants that want to move money around. Don't get me wrong, I like moving money around, but not just to pay a fucking bill, my nigga. So I lost my everything in the physical world. And it's a story in the Bible, like I said, Job, like the devil tempted him and took everything away, and he still believed in God. And that's one of the things, is like you could replace God with Jah, I and I. And so like what I gained in the process, I gained everything, bro. My lodging, my transportation, and my sustenance, right? And what I mean by lodging, that means I'll have something over my head, right? Again, I don't have to go to the store and get it, or I don't have to always like intentionally go out and get it. I just have to, I think about it. I'm like, yeah, I need this right now. Like I found a tarp the other day, and it's like walking downtown, bro. It's
gonna come in. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick this up, and that's why I'm like, I'm playing the game in real life. So, and that's where the non-attachment to like whatever happens, it was supposed to happen, and like I'm cool with the losses because the comebacks or the bounce backs.
I don't know if I've ever told you about this story. Like, it's like a powerful manifestation. I'm in the studio, like this when I had the home studio with my boy Mills. Getting there, like we putting together the TV, some shit bought the TV over there. We putting it together, but it break. Like we did something that broke. And then I forgot, I said something like we don't really gotta worry about it, some shit like that. He was like, yeah, I can get a TV. I'm like, nah, I wasn't saying we gonna get another one tonight. But the next day, the TV just come out of nowhere. Free TV. I help my boy move, he just give me a TV. Like nobody really, we wasn't really thinking about it too hard. We just thought about it a little bit and it just popped up.
That's the key though. It's like most people get stuck on it, thinking about it and trying to manifest it, but like they doing it from not having it frequency. You gotta do it from like, nah,
It is what it
is.
is.
It is, bro.
It's dead. It's good.
Shout out to your manifestations, bro.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, that's why, like, that's the thing about what you just, the question you just asked. Like, losing stuff allows other stuff to come in, which allows balance. And this is where, because you're the fulcrum in the scales of my eye, right? You the tipping point at the top. And then, like, good deeds, bad deeds. Like you help somebody move, which is a good deed. I always help my family move, and I don't never ask for money, because I always get stuff, and I also get merit. Merit is how you manifest. Merit is like your good deeds. Like, yeah, bro. Like even this is merit. You told me that when we was off camera that I held down mental space for you. I just invited you to play the game with me, bro. Like I asked you if you wanted a Pokemon card, bro. You was like, yo, want to trade? I was like, yeah. Shout out to the crowd. We traded. Yeah, I see you got the A-Bird, you got the red and black. I got the black and red. Yeah, yin yang shit.
Yeah, that's like one of my favorite like spiritual symbols is the yin yang. How you feel about the yin yang?
Man, like I was telling my homie, right, my day one. Shout out to Ox153 on IG. Love is the cure, right? I was telling him that I'm 60% light or yin and like 40% yang, right? And I'm like, that makes 100% circle, right? And he was like, why can't you just be like yin? I'm like, that would be a lie. Cause then, like, there's nobody's 100% light. Yeah, no, that shit doesn't exist, right? And if they are, they're not here on Earth. They can't vibrate here on Earth if you don't got no yang or no yin, right?
It's so, like the vibrational frequency or whatever this is, you got that duality to it.
It's material. Like the 2D and 1D, like the material, like the 3D allows it to materialize. And so like, I really, balance is everything. Balance allows coherence. Yeah, balance allows coherence, bro. I love the yin yang sign. I'm thinking about my next set of tattoos, and that might be one of them. Which was this?
You know about the hermetic laws, right?
Yeah.
Can you explain them and explain how you feel about them?
Yo, you diving deep, bro.
This off the dome now.
Yeah.
Gotta get into it.
Yeah, so Gnostics, right? The Gnostics created the Hermetic. The Gnostics are, Gnosis means knowledge. And Gnostics are the teachers or the followers of the knowledge, right? Roman, Greek, Anglo-Saxons, call them colonizers. Hermes Trismegistus, that's why they call them the Hermetic laws. But these are like universal laws. Before the Gnostics, our people that are indigenous and aboriginal had laws of the water. The African people of Ethiopia, Nigeria, we had Igbo and Yoruba that people control thunder, right? So the Hermetic laws puts it from a Gnostic perspective. So like one of the laws is like law of vibration, right? Law of vibration means that you only get what you are or what you vibrating at. And that's the 60-40 that I was talking about. You're only gonna get the 60 of your light and then the 40 of your dark. So if I don't kill people, right, I'm not gonna vibrate it. Like I don't walk around with guns, right? I don't have no intent to drill because I use spiritual warfare. So I'm not gonna track that in my 40. But I'll track some pimpin' ass niggas and hoes. I'll track some thieves, because I'm on some Robin Hood shit. So it's like, that is, you gotta know what your vibe is.
Let's say, guys, you back.
Pause.
Check out what this is like, too.
Peace to you, too. Tell you if I said what up, my G. I don't know this shit. Ooh, crazy.
No cool, that was recorded.
Oh, man. Well, we got it on the live. Utaku Yeo Yasin. Utaku Yeo Yasin. Taco, yeah, y'all saying walk on. Broke both of my kneecaps. I go into surgery in an hour. Blessings to your surgery. May you be balanced, may you be well, may you heal. Allow it to trickle into this reality. May the doctor's hands move with precision. May the doctor's hands move with precision. May they guide you. May they lead you. May they put you in a position to walk into your next chapter. Yeah. 27-9. Taco, yeah, y'all saying walk on. Shit.
So far, so good though. But now it's more like a warm up. Yeah. We got some better questions.
Oh, sure, we got the same kind of keys. That's your keys, Jester? Oh, that's what's up.
Boy Mills found this on the bus. You want to tell you what boy who broke the TV with? He found that shit on the bus. You see your picture on Instagram? Like, yeah, let me get it. I know you don't want it. Send it to me on Instagram.
That's a Jester, right?
Yeah. Need that. Appreciate it for that. Yeah. Drink with anything? No.
Not for the next 12 weeks. I gotta no liquor, but I drink socially.
Shoot.
That's cool.
Yeah. I don't know what that is. Be right back.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Aw, no, that's good.
I just sort of spaces grew, different places. Alright.
Is it a lock in there?
When we gonna stop this one? Then we'll start another one.